This is Eagle Owl, and today I will be talking about the Eagles. We got cooked by the Seahawks, 3 straight losses. I gotta call it how I see it. We are frauds. But let's get straight into it. All right, let's talk about it. 3 straight losses. Get blown out twice. Play a close game to the Seattle Seahawks, a game you could have definitely won. And let's start with the offensive side of the ball. I'm not going to make no edits or nothing in this video because it was just a terrible loss. I mean, who you want to blame? Let's go to the coaching staff. First drive was great. We stalled it out. We stalled it out. We stalled it out. We supposed to have been up going into the half like 20-3. We was supposed to easily blown these dudes out. But no, we want to throw deep. We want to try to hit Quez on a long pass that was intercepted. It was a PI for sure, but Quez didn't even fight for the ball. He didn't even fight for the ball. The run game was working, man. You seen what the Buffalo Bills did? How they beat the Cowboys? Run, 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 run. Your quarterback is sick, got the flu. He want to throw long shot at the long shot at the long shot, which all resulted in bad plays. The quick game was working. Getting the ball out of Jalen Hurts' hands, slants to A.J. Brown, curl routes to Devontae Smith, curl routes to Dallas Goedert. That last play was just, trust me, I'm all over the place. But that last play was ridiculous. That last interception to A.J. Brown, and when people say Jalen Hurts is a one-read quarterback, that was one read-esque. You hit Kendrick Gainwell in the flat. He gets the first down plus more. You got timeouts. Call the timeout. You could at least get to overtime. But nope, you got to heave it up to A.J. Brown. Again, I'm not sure if this is on Jalen Hurts or the coaching staff, but both are terrible right now. Are terrible. Even when we were up and we had the ball, you could have just ran the clock out. They could not stop DeAndre Swift at all. They had no answer. This was like a game he supposed to ran the ball 25 to 30 times. Remember how they did on our defense after a while? They just start running the ball until we stopped it. And the offense is cooked. The offense is done. If Jalen Hurts don't get out of his own head, or Brian Johnson, Nick Sirianni, whoever's calling the plays, that offense is cooked. There's no need to save it. I'm not sure if we beat the Giants. I'm not sure if we beat the Cardinals. The thing is, you can name all the players. You can name Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert, even to the O-line, Lane Johnson, Jason Kelce. If these dudes are not playing with heart, it's no point. It's no point. You're going to lose close games. This look like a team that's going to get knocked out of the first round. You can't say we're overreacting. I know there's going to be some people like, you guys are overreacting. You can't call this an overreaction. We lost to the Seahawks. Are they fighting for a playoff spot? Sure. But we fighting for seeding too. I mean, sure, we could still get the second seed if we win out, but are you sure we're going to win out? Are you sure we're going to beat the Giants twice? Are you sure we're going to beat the Cardinals? So one thing I can say about those two teams, they at least play with heart. Cardinals are not talented, but they play with heart. Giants are not talented, but they play with heart. I'm questioning the heart of this team. One minute is the offense, next is the defense. It's the coaching staff. Like, what's going on? There's something wrong with this team. Pretty sure more and more stuff going to come out, more and more complaints. Again, reports came out. It was a lot of finger pointing on my last video. I'm not sure who to point the finger at. People think it's the player personnel. The media thinks that. But when I watch the game, I'm like, is it the player personnel? Is it the coaching? Because again, that last play was a long developing route. Now, yes, Jalen Hurts should have went through his reads. He would have found Kendrick Gainwell right there. There's a couple plays he should have went through his reads. He tried to force another one to A.J. Brown, and Devontae Smith was wide open. well, running across the field. He was wide open. Missed him. It was some to Dallas Goddard, some screenplays. Just completely missed him. Jalen Hurts had a terrible game. That's why it's hard for me to put it all on Brian Johnson. Because there were plays Jalen Hurts just flat out missed. Just flat out missed. It was plays he bailed out of the pocket too fast. I'm just saying. Am I saying Marcus Mariota would have won the game? No, I'm not saying that at all. But something's not right. Now I'm starting to agree with, we clinched the playoff spot. You might as well just rest Jalen Hurts up into the playoffs. What's the point? You might as well let Marcus Mariota play the 3 games, let Jalen Hurts heal up. You got the playoff spot already. Maybe Marcus Mariota win one of these games. We finish the season with 11 wins, which when you look back on it, it'd be great, I guess. You get a playoff spot and let Jalen Hurts get his rest this way. But is rest enough? I mean, the play calling, the personnel, the heart of this team is bad. It's terrible. And you know how I know the heart of this team is bad? Because the defensive side had one of their best games. They held the Seahawks to 20 points. But again, missing tackles. I love Sidney Brown, but sometimes he over pursues and it causes missed tackles. James Bradbury is done. He's done. You was better off starting Eli Ricks and Keely Ringo. They had good games. James Bradbury is done. He cannot stick nobody one-on-one. He can't do it. He simply can't do it. He's done. It's over. His career is done. You got to find a way out of that contract. When you look back at it, you shouldn't have paid James Bradbury. You was better off drafting a cornerback like you did, like a Keely Ringo, keeping C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Then maybe you got C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Reed Blankenship, and Sidney Brown if you decide to draft a safety because you got C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Look, man. And again, James Bradbury is done. He's going to remain on the field because he's getting paid. That's what the Eagles do. He's just completely done. And shout out to Matt Patricia. He called a good game. Like, he called a legit good game. But at the end of the day, this is a quarterback's league. When you look at Drew Lock's stats and we look at Jalen Hurts' stats, Drew Lock just straight outplayed Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts made the mistakes. Drew Lock didn't. Drew Lock made the big passes. Jalen Hurts didn't. Just a F all over the board. F, 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 F coaching staff. F offense, F defense. Just terrible football. That was terrible football. And again, you question these dudes' heart. And Shaq Leonard is cooked, by the way. Shaq Leonard is cooked. It's over. It's over, man. And I feel bad for him because it's the 2 back surgeries. He just can't do what he used to do. Like that missed tackle by Sidney Brown, right? They dump it off to Kenneth Walker. Sidney Brown missed the tackle, but Shaq Leonard is right there. He was so slow getting to the running back. He was so slow. He don't got it. We need Zach Cunningham back. We need him back. Again, man, Matt Patricia did all he can. But when you got a guy like James Bradbury, nothing you can do. I'm with this. Bench James Bradbury. Bench him. Just start your rookies and see what they got. Might as well bench Jalen Hurts for the rest of the season. Get him healthy. Get him ready for the playoffs. Because I'm not sure what's going on with this team again. This team has no heart. That's the key topic. Team has no heart. And with no heart, and you're in the NFL, any team can get you. When I watch the Rams, when I watch who else, the 49ers or even the Seahawks, they played with heart, and that's why we lost. That's exactly why we lost. And I know it's going to be people in the comments, we can still get the 2 seed. Yes, in theory we can. But this team doesn't got that same will as last year. Everybody's good now. Devontae Smith is going to get paid soon. AJ Brown is paid. Jalen Hurts is paid. Dallas Goddard got his money. Pretty sure he's going to get more money. Everybody's good. Just keeping it real. Darius Slay is paid. All of a sudden, he needed his knee clean when Matt Patricia came back. That's just a theory of mine. He's paid and good. James Bradbury not playing with that same will. Because remember, he was on a 1-year deal. He was playing for a deal and got his deal. Relax, chilling. He's cooling now. Cooked. Drew Lock said after the game, like, yo, if you one-on-one with that guy, I'm going to throw it up to you. Exactly what he did. I can't believe we lost that game because we had it in our hands. We had it in our hands and we just completely fumbled the game. We completely fumbled that game. It's a shame. It's a shame. We looking like that, what, after the Super Bowl year? And the sad thing is we didn't win the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl hangover is happening right now. Out of all times, the Super Bowl hangover is happening right now. We had it when we won and we're having it when we lost. Because at first I'm like, oh, we might not go through a Super Bowl hangover. We're going through it right now. Again, a lot of pointing fingers, a lot of coordinators, new coaching staff. It's not working. It's not working. Questioning the leadership. Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, again, Darius Slay. Questioning these dudes' leadership. You got Brandon Graham, love him, but he's smiling coming off the field. Again, he's going to go on another interview. I believe in my guys, this and that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Oh, this team is angry. Been hearing that all week by Jason Kelsey. Don't want to hear that. At this point, win games. Win games. It got to a point in this game. I didn't care how we win. Just win the game. Couldn't do that. Couldn't do it. We found a way to lose. We're a bad team. Maybe we are last year's Vikings. I don't know. But last year's Vikings didn't beat good teams. I could still look back at this team like, man, at least they fought against the Dolphins. Man, the first time we played the Cowboys, we fought against them. 49ers, it feel like they stripped us of our will. We fought against the Chiefs and won. Fought against the Buffalo Bills, who are looking like a top 2 team in this league right now, and won. What happened to that fight? What happened? We could barely get sacks. What? Jalen Carter, I believe, the only one with a sack, and I think it's a half sack between Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox. Couldn't really get to Drew Lock. Why, I don't know. And Matt Patricia was bringing a blitz. Something's off with this team. And I'm starting to, as I'm talking, I'm really starting to question the player personnel a little bit more than the coaches. Yes, Brian Johnson was awful. Was awful. But I'm really starting to question this team will, man. It's hard to watch. It's hard to watch. I stayed up to 11:30. It's 12 o'clock right now. Just to watch this team lose in that form of fashion. I just would have went to sleep at 9 o'clock and called it the night. This team is not fun to watch. They're not playing with any will. And if we lost this game and it was nip and tuck, sure. But we just completely blew the game. Blew it. And we're starting to look like them bad teams that just find ways to lose, not find ways to win. What happened to that team that find ways to win? Again, it just feel like the 49ers stripped the will. They stripped our will to win. They did. But I will be watching them next week against the Giants. You got Giants fans on Twitter clowning us. Cowboys fans came back to life, clowning us. Now they back in play again. 49ers, they are the first seed. It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good for us to basically, be in our own ways. Yes, we had an opportunity to get that first seed. It's not looking. It's looking very slim. It's looking slim because now, if you want the first seed, you would need the 49ers to lose 2 games. That's not happening. They probably lose 1, and that's it. We are bad. We a bad team. And the way we closing the season, I wish they did this in the beginning, so I could have just known. Don't hype me up. You lose a, nip and tuck game to the Jets. I understand everybody basically sat out, but then you go on a winning streak, and now this. We only got what, 3 games left? 3 games left for the season. Giants, Cardinal, Giants. This is how you want to end your season, man. Not good. But one thing I would say about Howie Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie, and all those dudes, they don't care that we just been to the Super Bowl last year. They will fire and find ways to get out of contracts. They will fire Nick Sirianni and those dudes. And if they need to get from under Jalen Hurts' contract or AJ Brown or any of these dudes' contract, they will. So they better tighten up. These dudes better tighten up because we look cooked. We look done. I will be watching the press conference and all that stuff. Hear the same old stuff. And I don't know, man. I don't know about this team. But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel, man? One of my longest videos, Again, I'm sorry I couldn't do the edits, the videos. I'm just so pissed. I don't feel like getting on Twitter or anything, finding any videos, to make it more enjoyable to watch. It's just me getting off my thoughts. Hell, I might even just drop this tonight and just, I don't know, take a break tomorrow. I don't know, man. This team, hard to watch, man. It is hard to watch. But this is Eagle Al, man. I'm up.